Welcome back to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House. I am Michelle Sloan. I'm your local residential realtor and broker at RE/MAX Time. Today we're going to be talking about new construction. And new construction for a lot of people is something you're only going to do once in your lifetime. And it's extremely exciting. Could be a little bit nervous, but we have an expert here with us today who's going to help us through the process and give you a lot of knowledge. Heather Kuth, a sales counselor with Fischer Homes, joins us today. And Heather, you've been working in new construction for quite a while.
Yep, 6 years with Fischer Homes. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
I know a lot of people think, gosh, I could never build a home. I've only ever considered resale. And so when you meet with your real estate agent, it is important for you to say, hey, I think I want to look at new construction as well. How do I go about the process? The first thing is talk to your real estate agent and make sure that you're signing your buyer's broker agreement. And then from that point, that's where Heather comes in.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that first meeting. Someone's interested in building a Fischer home. Maybe they've found a location because you have locations all over the area.
We do. We have 22 locations across Cincinnati, and sometimes people haven't even narrowed down a location yet. Mm-hmm. They may have a general idea of school district or price range, so we'll explore all the options, which communities might offer more amenities than some other. There's some trade-offs that go along with making that choice, but coming in with your agent is important. Mm-hmm. Don't go it alone. You want to have your expert there with you. But we generally make the process a lot more easy and less intimidating than folks would think. You're never on your own. You don't have to make complicated decisions without experts to help you. So whether you want that fireplace or an upgraded owner's bathroom with a soaking tub, you have advice for them on whether those things add value.
Absolutely. And that's the one reason why you want to bring your real estate agent with you, is because, yes, you're going to get what you want. You probably can't get everything you want unless you have an unlimited budget.
Right.
But I am going to be there to be with you to help you make those decisions. Do I need 9-foot ceilings in the lower level? Is it even an option with the builder that you're working with? Those kinds of questions, if I'm there, now I'm going to be the one who is always going to tell you, make sure that you're looking at the big picture. Those items that you're not easily going to change.
Right.
One of them is one that's like, if you pick the cheapest cabinet possible, which with Fischer Homes, you're going to have a little more elevated experience anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But at the same time, if you pick the cheapest one thinking, oh, someday I'll just replace those cabinets.
Wow, that's a big project.
It's not something you're going to do, most likely. Mm-hmm.
Something a lot of people don't give thought to either is picking a home site. Mm-hmm. They might go for the base included free home site, whereas one a little bit further down the street in a cul-de-sac only has a premium of a few $1,000s, but a cul-de-sac home site years down the road in resale can add a ton of value to their property. Mm-hmm. So it's important to consider all your options and, have the advice there with myself and you to help them make great decisions on that.
Absolutely. And, things do tend to add up. And when you're really drilling down, it's sort of like a little micro budget, and you look at the big number because as you're adding on different features, and you wanted maybe some upgraded faucets
or flooring
or anything like that, and it starts to tick up pretty quickly. And the base price and this is a good information for people who are considering, everybody looks at that price tag on the sign in the front of the neighborhood.
Right.
Starting in the 500s.
Right.
You're probably not going to end up at 500.
A lot of people don't because they're taking this experience as like a you only live once kind of experience. So they will go all out on some of their selections. But I want to reinforce that that is not necessary. It surprises me how often that I actually help people with a purchase within $10,000 of that base pricing you see on the sign outside. It is about having great conversations with people and picking maybe the plan with the maximum square footage and number of bedrooms because they're not as concerned with quartz countertops and all the bells and whistles that are, like you mentioned, easy to adjust in the future.
Joining us today on the Sloan Sells Homes open house is Heather Kuth with the Fischer Homes. And there are so many different floor plans. Fischer Homes do you consider yourself a production builder?
We do.
Okay.
We have different collections, so the higher you go in our collections, the more customization you can do. But we keep first of all, the architects have already thought of everything you think you might want. They're already proactively studying what's hot in the market, what's trending. A lot of times we've done away with a formal dining room because folks don't use that as much anymore.
Right.
They'll go through a resale home and say, God, that's just wasted space. So our plans don't have that. If you want that, we already kind of know what direction to go and looking at those few plans that offer those things.
Right. So it might be smart from the beginning to go ahead and find the floor plan that has all of the space that you need, but maybe not trick it out as much as you may want to, at least from the beginning.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations that need to be had when you're looking at new construction. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about visiting model homes and talking to sales counselors like Heather in the model homes and not taking your real estate agent with you. We're going to talk about that when we come back. My name is Michelle Sloan, and you're listening to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House.